I think a lot of people are starting to find out Charlie Kirk is not the patriot that he says he is. And so I look at what happened last night and I think to myself, this is totally a doable operation. You know, Charlie Kirk in the grand scheme of things is just some retarded idiot. The dog is terrified. I had to go upstairs and reassure him because I'm screaming at my screen, calling Charlie Kirk a bitch and everything. The contrast could not be more clear. Charlie Kirk is a totally unexceptional human being. A moral struggle that's happening on the higher dimension, right? Which is Christ versus the devil. Who does Charlie Kirk serve? You know, is he really a Christian? Is he really Christ-like when he supports foreign wars and Israel and all this? Look at the people he's taking money from. You know, so the guy's a fake Christian. The guy's not a patriot. He hates our country. He's un-American. Let's focus all our firepower on Charlie Kirk. Why are we doing this? It's because Charlie Kirk is a fake patriot, a fake Christian, and he hates his people. He's anti-white. This is our angle. We talk about Charlie Kirk's dual allegiance to Israel. The almighty Oz, the massive head with the tiny face behind the curtain, Charlie Kirk, lording over the conservative movement. Remember, the goal is to expose the globalism, the fake conservatism of Charlie Kirk. People see that Charlie Kirk is not a real conservative. He is not a real nationalist. He is not a real Christian. And that is simply the truth. We humiliated Charlie Kirk last night. We took Gotham's White Knight and we brought him down to our level. We didn't exactly flip him, but we definitely humiliated him. We took one of their best and we made him a laughingstock. Charlie Kirk is not an honest broker, not a conservative. He exists, and Turning Point USA exists to control the conversation. Charlie Kirk was totally unhinged, and I think the guy has Asperger's, so he might have trouble with that. It has to play into this narrative, has to play into the framing that Charlie Kirk and Turning Point are not right-wing. They're not conservative. Charlie Kirk gets asked a tough question, and he reverts back to Israel, God bless Israel, Israel's the best, He malfunctions, he can't do it, because I think he has Asperger's. I believe that. We acknowledge that Charlie Kirk is not conservative, he's destroying the country, and we can all agree that we have to put a stop to that, right? Charlie Kirk is a retard and a coward, so we've got him checked on both fronts. It is worth mentioning that Dan Crenshaw, Charlie Kirk, I imagine these people, their IQs are like, 90, 95, something like that. I mean, these are not exceptional people. These are not intellectual heavyweights, right? Obviously, there's a big opportunity to humiliate Charlie Kirk in front of the president's son and demonstrate to the establishment that he is not in control. So that one is going to be a big one. This is stuff that we've been saying for years, that Charlie Kirk is a leftist, that Charlie Kirk is not a conservative. There is a real risk that at an organizational level we will cause problems for Charlie Kirk.